Ah, there you are. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Wait, you should be dead.
Dead? Me? I have been close many times, but I never quite made it all the way. I just wanted to make sure you were happy here in Weishaupt. These grand halls were built by the first Grey Wardens. Isn't it breathtaking?
No, it's boring.
You are unused
It is
to
boring.
peace, but in time you will grow to love it. We need no longer fear the Darkspawn.
You... Do you speak as though the Darkspawn are no longer a problem?
The Darkspawn are gone, remember? You were there in the last great battle. It was a triumph for all of us, bringing down the Archdemon and setting the underground lairs ablaze.
And what shall the Grey Wardens do?
The Grey Wardens shall be keepers of history. We shall tell tales and sing songs of a more tumultuous time, that others may rejoice in knowing that that time is past.
The Duncan I know would never rest on his laurels.
The Duncan you know was a man forged in the fires of war. I am different now, at peace. I have learned to be tranquil.
Tranquil... You mean sedated.
Foolish child. I have given you so much and you cast it back in my face. Can you not be content with the peace I offer?
You offer complacency, not peace.
It seems only war and death will satisfy you. So be it. Have your war and your Darkspawn. May they be your doom.
See, my thought process on this situation is as follows. Even if the Darkspawn may be gone, the Grey Wardens just become keepers of history and don't do anything else. I mean, what? Honestly, it wouldn't make sense for them to not do anything when the world is obviously having a whole bunch of problems. I am going to deal with you. I am surprised. This should not be this easy. I'm fighting by myself, okay? So I'm stunned and I'm currently having to deal with an archer that just so happens to I am glad I put this armor on this character, otherwise this would be harder. I'm also glad I chose warrior, because it would be even harder at this point. I would be dead. Most likely. Let's go touch this thing. It's glowing. Well, apparently it's a teleporter pad.
Who are you? Where did you come from? Are you a demon? No, I see that you're not. You're like me. Congratulations on getting out of that trap.
Trap?
The demon traps everything that comes here in a dream it thinks they can't or won't try to leave. I thought I'd escape too, but I've been wandering these empty gray spaces for a lifetime.
I just feel like Hector would be too paranoid to fall for something like that. Especially seeing as how he knows that Duncan's dead. And, he knows that the world is full of more turmoil than, just the Darkspawn. I mean, he grew up in the slums as part of a race that is pretty much treated as crap. So, why would he automatically think that everybody is now at peace? I don't know. Ooh, excuse me. Too much yawning. Who are you?
My name is Njal. I was trying to save the Circle when I encountered the Sloth Demon. I expect our experiences were similar.
Y'all? Owain mentioned you.
Owain helped me greatly. I suppose I'll never be able to repay him. Litany was our weapon against the Blood Mage's domination. But it's too late. Everyone's dead.
Why are there so many blood mages here?
I don't know. They must have been practicing in secret, even teaching others. I knew these people, trusted them. The Litany was our only hope of saving the Circle. But now, this place drains you of everything. Hope, feeling, life.
Well, at least you're still alive.
Am I? I don't know. I know there's no way out of here. You see that pedestal there? I've studied the runes on it. Runes that signify different islands of the Sloth Demon's domain. The Sloth Demon itself is on the center island, but you can't get there. The 5 islands around the center somehow form a protective ward. I thought I was getting somewhere when I figured that out, and I went to each island in turn only to have my hopes dashed. There's always an obstacle. You'll see the path but be unable to get to it. And it taunts you and drives you mad.
Could my companions be on one of the islands? Also, I apologize for hitting my microphone. Again, it happens way too much.
I don't know. There are many dreamers. You might find a way to reach them through the islands. If you're lucky.
Tell me about the protective ward.
I don't know much. I think the Sloth Demon has placed lesser demons on each of the islands. I've seen them. They take different shapes, but they're there. Defeating them may be the only way to reach the Sloth Demon. But you have to get to them first. I couldn't. I was too afraid to try.
You mentioned obstacles before.
Yes. Obstacles and mad dream things. A river of flame before a portal, or a door that shows you freedom through a keyhole that no key will fit. I once found a passageway smaller than my hand with a mouse going to and fro through it. Silly thing fled before I could question it.
Why would you talk to a mouse?
Because almost everyone here is a dreamer. Except for the spirits and the demons, I suppose. Each dreamer may know things another may not. The mouse could have told me what lay beyond the tiny passage, or how to get there. Even how I might make myself small like him and crawl through myself. And if one could become small enough to take one path, perhaps there are similar ways to walk the others.
What do you know about the Sloth Demon?
Not much. You couldn't say we were friends, really. Demons have their own hierarchies. They play their own games, and mortals serve as pawns, perhaps even bargaining chips. The demon keeping us here probably rules this entire section of the Fade. It'll not let us go easily, if at all.
It's worth a try. I'm not going to wait here. Wait to die.
Nothing dampens your spirit, does it? I don't know whether to admire or pity you.
I'll be back.
Don't mind me, then.
Codex updated. And I looked at the creature and had become me, a veritable copy of my form, of my mind, stared back at me as if from within a mirror. I thought surely that this was a trick, an illusion meant to put me off guard. But as I engaged the thing with my sword, it fought me with maneuvers that I recognized. It parried as I parried. It swung as I swung. It spoke to me and said things that only I could know. I think this demon of sloth has no form or identity of its own. It is envy as much as sloth, I believe, and mine was not the first shape it stole that day. An excerpt from a transcribed deposition of Tyrannus, Templar commander of Cumberland, 390 Towers. The most difficult assumption for some who study demons to overcome is the notion that a sloth demon is, in and of itself, slothful. If that were so, it seems highly unlikely that any such demons would cross the veil into our own world, or once here would fight to possess any creature with a will of its own, and we know both these things to not be the case. Certainly some demons are lazy and complacent, but who knows? Perhaps these creatures even cultivate such a reputation. The truth is that demons of sloth are named so because this is the portion of the human psyche that they feed upon. Doubt, apathy, entropy. They seek to spread these things. The sloth demon hides in its forms, a master of shapes and disguises, always in the last place you look, and from its hiding place it spreads its influence. A community afflicted by a demon of sloth could soon become a dilapidated pit where injustices are allowed to pass without comment, and none of the residents could be aware that such a change has even taken place. The sloth demon weakens, tears at the edge of consciousness, and would much rather render its victim helpless than engage it in a true conflict. Such creatures are best faced only with a great deal of will and only with an eye to piercing their many disguises. Okay, what do we have? That's not gonna... I don't think any of this is gonna be better than what I have. Except for maybe the Templar stuff, which I'm going to give to Alistair due to the fact that it'll actually help with his what was it? His Templar skills. 14 corpse gall. Okay, that's actually going to be kind of important fetch quest stuff later on. Hopefully I'm able to do all of that before having to actually deal with the quest itself. Anyway, I know where to go next, so we're going to pass up the pedestal for now. Even though in all honesty, someone would probably check the pedestal first. But we do actually have to go over here to grab something in this area first. So we're going to cripple this dude. Just do that. And apparently I'm starting to get a little OP.
Thank you, but...
Or Hector is anyway.
Too late for me. Kill Yevina, the demoness that rules here. She protects her master, Sloth. There's a door only demons can see. The key must be in another realm. Take my power. Save any others trapped in nightmares. Kill the demons that guard Sloth. Make
your sacrifice meaningful? Or make your death have purpose? I don't know. I'm just going to run around and see if I can pick up some stuff. Oh, that is cool. If you can see on where my mouse is right here over on the right hand side of the screen, there's a way to automatically change your form in the Fade. That in the original version of the game was something that you well, not in the original version of the game. What I mean is in the console versions, which is the version that I messed with, played originally is what I mean. But in that version of the game, what was I saying? Crap. In that version of the game, you had to open up the radial menu to actually be able to use the abilities at all.